Hello. Happy Monday. It's 5 o'clock right now. And where's the other phone? Where's the other phone? I need it out. I need to see it because I am on call. I think the first one of these I did, I was on call. Yeah. And it's happened again. I totally forgot about this one because I was telling my husband this, and then my next one is a 3-day streak, not 3 days, 3 weeks run, because I was doing 1 week, somebody else do 1 week, and then another week, and then again somebody else do another one, and then I was going to do like the second to last week of June. But that week we're not going to see anyone. We're going to go to Wildwood for Jen's birthday, even though it's before her birthday. And they prefer if you're in the state, at least, when you're doing on-call. So I asked if I could switch with someone, and they said yes. And then Jen, who runs the PS department, came over and she's like, "Girl, you know you're scheduled for 3 weeks in a row?" And I was like, yes. I did that intentionally. I mean, if I could have avoided it, I would have. But with the way I realized my mistake, like by the timing, there was no way. So I decided I'll just take the 3 week in a row date and I'll deal. I've done 2 weeks in a row. What's another week, right? What's another week? It'll be fine. So that's that. That's happening. Alright, we gotta buckle up. Gotta buckle up. Take off that because we're done with it. Like the sunglasses, got them in Rehoboth. I don't think they're intended to be glasses that go over glasses, but any glasses big enough do the job. So that's their job right now, to be over my glasses. I need to get gas. All right. Well, end of workday as it is, and it wasn't a bad day. Like it felt like yesterday was a very writing stuff kind of day, like reports and evaluations. Today there was none of that. Though my boss did say that they were going to send over corrections for those evaluations. And that email just has not come yet. So I don't know. I'm getting gas. We're going to Delaware. They are right now around us. It's 4:59. Seems to be a standard. Delaware is 4:39. Hopefully, still. Who knows? I might get there and it might have gone up. But I need it. We have like 30 miles left. And it's Tuesday. I blame the trip. It was great, but we used up all our gas. Stupid, thoughtful husband. Anyway. What is happening? Why don't you stop in the middle of the road? I just wanna be right where you are. I guess I'm going. Yep, my turn. Alright. Husband doesn't pick up till 8. I could go get gas because when it gets under 25 miles, it starts screaming at me that it wants food. Ah, it went down to 29. I asked my truck supervisor when my evaluation was getting written up, and he's like, oh, it's on my list. And I was like, just nervous because I had a PIP last year. And he was like, oh, that's odd. Don't seem like you would need one. Like, he told me not to worry, but at the same time, I'm like, why would I not worry? I'd like to think he'll read it and go, well, she doesn't express any of that. This doesn't reflect her at all. I shall say has been great improvement. Satisfactory. That's what I'm hoping for. The gas at this Wawa is no, I wish. I wish. No, the gas at this Wawa is $4.29. There's a 2 in there, at least, because, like I said, gas in Pennsylvania, where we are, is $4.59 on a regular. So that's almost 40 cents more. Hell yeah, I'm going to Delaware. I mean, I've said before, we live at a perfect point where we can, Delaware right there, Jersey right there. Jersey is sometimes cheaper than Pennsylvania, but it hasn't been for a couple of years. Delaware is usually the go-to. Alright, we've got 5 gallons and it was $22. That's okay. I had to fill the county car. Half a tank was, 5 gallons was about $40. It'd be nice if it only went to 50 something. Because I was totally anticipating coming here. I'm going to be spending $80 to fill up the tank. 50 is still not good, but alright, we got the 40. I was at 27 miles, so pretty sure we got it. To fill it up would be probably 17 gallons. It's at $50 right now, and we're at 12 gallons. Oh well. I did check the bank account. There is money, so you'll be okay. This trip anyway. Oh, we're at 60 at 40 gallons. Not 40, 14. Numbers, man. I can't talk. It's at 17. It's at 71. 71. But it definitely would have been 80 if I paid what I pay in Pennsylvania. So, small miracles, I guess. Everything closed up? Yes, okay. Let's go home. Let's not spend any more gas until my next payday. Which makes no sense. I'm gonna have to. I mean, we don't have. Okay, she has dance. She has to go to dance. That's more local than prep, though. saw a stream where Europeans were coming into the American stream basically going, well, we pay $6 a gallon, so you're not even that bad off. And the speaker was basically like, counterpoint, we rely more heavily on cars than you do. Which is true. I've thought about just like taking, not a bus, but a train in. Because I could probably take the train to Eddystone and then just walk the rest of the way to our specific office. It would suck during the winter. But it's one of those things of like, what's the tipping point? Like, yeah, right now I can make the choice of taking my lunch to work and then not having to drive home for lunch, using the county cars to do anything around the county I need to do. There are ways that I can avoid having to use my gas. But if that still isn't enough, I'm gonna have to resort to like, okay, maybe we need to seek out public transportation. Which is fine. You do what you have to do. And honestly, I really hope that trains do become something that's more invested in. I like trains. Especially if like air travel becomes exceptionally expensive and only the wealthy can attain it. I would say there should be a push to make more trains. My sister wants me to come visit her in the beginning of August for my nephew's first birthday. And I want to go. We only have one car, so it's either he also comes or I find another way to get down there. I don't like flying. Flying is not even a consideration. Don't want to do it. And honestly, it has nothing to do with my size and everything to do with the lack of control, I think. Not to mention, I just don't feel comfortable at all in the air. Like, I as a person, was meant to be on the ground. Boat travel, fine. Train travel, fine. Cars, fine. Planes, I'm like, this is against God's orders. I follow the laws. I follow the law of gravity. I'm not supposed to be in the air. Tom says he feels a sense of freedom when he flies. I don't. I feel like I'm going to die. Okay. It's the end of the day. It's a Wednesday. We have to go get girl child and take her to dance. Oh, dear, what's this? What is this? What is this? Alright, potential Ron on call. Those are fun. Because it basically means, is it a Ron or is it not a Ron? It could be either. Shush! Now is not the time to be dinging. Oh boy. Okay, so end of the day. Was not a bad day. Was not like, because yeah, it's like a full day of things I am committed to attending. But like today was a webinar, which was interesting. There's a lot of end-of-life stuff coming up. I don't know why. I guess we're all thinking about it. So a lot of things about hospice and all that. Like there's a thing that I'm going to be presenting at where the two other people presenting are also about end of life, but they're like a different kind of ends of it. Like mainline is more like clinical, structured kind of place, and then this one woman is like, she's a private entity that does more like holistic kind of end of life care. And today was a webinar with a reverend who is a spiritual person for I think one of the MCOs, but he deals with end of life care, and he also approached it in a more holistic sort of sense. The craziest thing that someone said or like typed up, and I took a picture of it because I was like, that's crazy. they said that, like, they'd spoken to some doctors. Not all doctors have said this, but some doctors she's heard that they try to dissuade people from hospice because they view it as murder. And I was like, wow, that's an interpretation. Like, on one hand, I get it, because if you're a doctor, maybe your whole outlook is, I want to do whatever I can to save this person. But you don't really even qualify for hospice until you're at that stage where it's very unlikely you're going to survive. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some cases where it's like, if we don't intercede, you will die. And then the family just chooses, I no longer want to intercede and cause them more. Like, you have that right to choose that. If you don't want to receive the treatment, you have the right to just allow whatever's happening to take you. And I guess they view that part of it, especially for somebody who's not cognitively able to tell themselves or explain themselves, they might view that as murder. But man, I hope they never express that like that to the family members of those people, because that would be terrible. Absolutely terrible. Traumatizing. And then later in the day, there was a leadership kind of supervisory meeting, which I'm kind of annoyed at them. Only because, like, the whole thing was they want more trainings for supervisors with the P4A. And they're like, oh, we'll have this, like, regional meeting. Great, splendid, love that. Regional meetings are fun. But they're saying, oh, well, we can't actually do this meeting. Like, can we get you guys to do this meeting yourself? And it just feels like they were saying that there's like some shakeups with roles at their level. So maybe that's the issue. Maybe they did have a whole big thought going into these meetings, but then distracting it, then just putting it down on us to run it just feels like you're getting told, like, oh, well, you're going to be given all these trainings, but we're going to let you actually handle it. Did I volunteer to help coordinate it? Yes, I did. They said something along the lines there might be rotating responsibility for it, so maybe it'll be me and somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. Who knows? So that was today. Tomorrow is Caregiver Academy, and that goes till 3. But I thought I had 2 things tomorrow. That is not Iran. Thank goodness. Oh, okay. Okay. It is 11 to 3, and then at 3 there's a webinar. Addressing cognitive impairment with the homeless population. So basically, cognitive impairment with see, that's okay. If you're homeless and then also you become cognitively impaired, the only option for you is really nursing home. So I wonder what they're going to say about that. So tomorrow is more like a training day, because Caregiver Academy is just like talking about caregiver stuff, and I've wanted to attend that. We're encouraged to attend it, especially if we're help paying for it. I haven't been able to get to one because before this one, they had it usually like a series of classes over a couple of weeks. and they were always at the time that I had to take her to dance. This year it's one day. So, I think that might be good. I'm gonna have to get a car though, because Tom told me today when I picked him up that he's gonna be giving blood tomorrow. He likes to give blood to the Red Cross. It makes him feel good about himself. He likes to feel, not blood, I think he does platelets. Something. But he says it makes him feel good, and he gives it directly to the Red Cross, so you don't get money for it. You get points that... Woo. Done Thursday. Every Thursday feels a little bit weird. It's either I have counseling or you're picking me up. And we have to make a stop at ShopRite because I have to get slaw and pickle. Didn't do the spicy chicken yesterday. It was too late. I had an emergency Ron to deal with. So far, not bad. You know. It would help if I turned on the car. Has your beard ever been so long that you've been able to do that?
Nope. So I'm doing it while I can.
There have been some things I've seen where people are like, I'm going to shave my beard in front of my child so my child doesn't freak out. Tom's like, no, I want him to freak out. Yep. Well, I think because we've never had any of the children react in a bad way. Every time he's done it, the kids are kind of like, oh, okay, that's daddy. So I guess he believes that since baby will only have ever seen him with the beard, that if he's... But he saw your brother. Is Ryan growing a beard? Is he going to grow a beard like you?
No, I don't know.
Because I saw the picture of Ryan holding him and he was like reaching up to his face. I do remember Genevieve being cool with Ryan because Ryan and Tom look very similar. You could tell they're brothers. There is familial resemblance. So baby Genevieve was always cool with Uncle Ryan.
Yeah, Gio was fine with all of them.
That's good. Aside from the Caregiver Academy, I had at 3 o'clock was another was a webinar, so another training thing. They promoted it as homeless solutions for people with cognitive and dementia diagnoses, and I was like, okay. What it should have been titled as, I think, is Arizona's solution to homeless seniors with cognition and dementia diagnoses. I think that would have been better, because they have this place called Hospice of the Valley, which sounds like a great place. I tried to get them to say exactly what they're classified as, because it's a place for hospice, palliative care, and dementia care. And I'm like, so are you a nursing home? And they never answered that. Because to me, it would be interesting to know where the funding was coming from. Not like what exactly where it is, but like what's their categorization. Is it nursing home? Is it other, like I know that we used to have a nursing home. No, not nursing. We used to have a inpatient hospice, but it was like private owned. Maybe your insurance could cover it, but it wasn't like a long-term solution. And this feels like they're saying, oh, this is like a long-term solution until they eventually pass away. But they never answered the question. Are you enjoying yourself? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, are you gonna wait here with the babe?
I thought about going in.
Oh, you wanna go in?
I wanted to see if they have Touch for Gray.
Oh, a touch of gray.
The beard.
Yeah. Okay. So a pack of slaw, just chopped up cabbage.
Yeah.
Nothing else in it. I mean, it can have broccoli. I've done it with the broccoli stuff in it, but like a slaw mix, basically.
And pickles.
And pickles. Preferably chips.
Got it.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. We're going to turn off the car to preserve gas. Yeah, I don't know what that place was classified as. It sounded really nice. Beautiful name. Hospice of the Valley. Lovely. Can you hear baby snoring? Baby's back there. And then I'll put this back in here. I took my seatbelt off and I'm not even going in. I guess I'll put that back on. So today was, where's the other phone? I know I had it on me because I was looking at it when I came out. I need to know where it is because the fuck? I don't know what that is. Looks like food. Anyway. Oh, more emails. Is it Iran? No, thank God. I did Iran while, like, because the on-call starts at 4:30. I don't get out of work till 5. So if I'm on call, I'll usually, like, start doing the stuff at 4:30 if I have stuff to do. So I had one Ron that came in over the helpline, and I had one Ron that was like a voicemail where the front of house basically says, "This might be Iran, can you follow up on it?" And I did, and kind of, I mean, it feels like it's isolation against consumers' wishes, possibly, so it might be worth looking into. And then another one came up, and I actually need to look up something because there was something about the ISA that I needed. When you are on call, care plan is only created when you start the investigation and needs to be entered notes or phone calls. A care plan does not need to be when creating an ISA. Okay. And if you're not sure of the case, okay, yeah, I do have to create an ISA for that one. They just don't want me creating an ISA if I'm not, like, there's times when something comes in and you're kind of like, I'm not sure. Seems like a no need, or like seems like a non-priority but leaning towards no need, or seems like a no need leaning towards non-priority. And there was a note in there. I think Daddy's just gonna get in and out. I don't know how long Daddy's gonna take. Oh, baby. Stopping so bad. Oh. Okay. Hi. Hi. Oh, you're tired. You're so sleepy. Shh. Okay. He's okay. He's okay. Hi. Ah. Ah. Why you gotta put your hand in my face? Why you gotta put your hand in my face? I chop your fingers. I chop your fingers. Okay. Well, Today wasn't that bad. There was a lot of, like, I went to the Caregiver Academy, and then I did a webinar. Didn't get one thing done I wanted to get done. But that's okay. That's okay. It's amazing. I pump, and it's so hard sometimes to get out anything with pumping. But I swear, sometimes I'll pump, and then, like, afterwards, he can find stuff. Baby is just so much better at getting the milk out. Crazy, right? Yeah, crazy. Pooh Bear. You got a Pooh Bear onesie on. But the only thing it has on it is Pooh Bear. Nothing else. No other decal of Pooh Bear. Ah! Alright, well, I'm going to feed him. So thank you for this day. Okay. It's Friday. Oh, my pen. We're done with work. Yay. Got out a little bit earlier today because I started a little bit early today. Like, this morning was hectic. So, yesterday, did not exactly prep for the event this morning, which it's not as extensive as my other prep. Usually I do like sign-in sheets and agendas. I do that. I just need to count. I don't need a sign-in sheet. And I counted about 29, which is less than what RSVP'd. Way less, in my opinion. Over 50 RSVP'd. I mean, sure, 29 is almost half. But yeah, it is what it is. The only downside is I bought enough refreshment for 50 some people, and we did not have that much, and it was $163, which I was my flabbers were gasted. It was crazy. $163. I got 3 dozen donuts and 2 dozen bagels, and then a box of Joe, 2 boxes of Joe, 1 decaf, 1 regular. And even that is not probably for 50 some people. Like, per box maybe it's 12 people, but we still had leftover coffee because I don't think a lot of people like coffee. I wouldn't know. I don't drink coffee at all. Yuck. Even like the slightest hint of mocha ruins whatever I'm eating. Like, we went to this place in, what was it? It was in New York. It's right by Niagara Falls. Anyway, we were there. It'll come to me. Because we weren't staying in Canada, we were staying in the US. Just because it's cheaper. And basically, there was this great ice cream place. And we went there, and I guess I hadn't read this thing, or I didn't think it would be that bad, but I had like this 3-piece sundae thing, and one of the flavors was mocha. Ruined the whole thing for me. I was like, nope, can't have that. Tastes like coffee, and coffee reminds me of cigarettes. I don't want it. You know why coffee reminds me of cigarettes? Because my grandmother, my mom, would chain smoke while drinking coffee. So whenever we went to go visit her, those 2 smells were in the air. Coffee smell and cigarette smell. And in my mind, they're just together linked, and it's unpleasant. Not that she was unpleasant. She was fine. I just don't like those smells. So, I don't know. Maybe if I bought Starbucks, they'd be more interested. Or maybe they just don't like straight up coffee. Maybe they want, like, you know, one of those ice mocha frappe thing or whatever. I'm not buying that. Anyway, my point is, if it once again is 50 plus, I'm not going to Dunkin'. Because I think we had 60 at the housing symposium, and I just bought like snacky food, and then I asked somebody else to also bring snacky food, and they did. So I think that's going to be the go-to, especially, and then after that was a meeting where we got to meet our new state ADRC director, and that was an interesting meeting. I was about a half hour late because of the event, but I showed up, I participated, and basically I asked, because they asked, what are you most excited about at the refresh? And I piped up, well, what I have heard from people is that they're most excited about the idea of the PCC reimbursement being increased. And the reply from them was less than enthusiastic. They pretty much said, hey, we found out that not all states have PCC reimbursement. And I was like, oh, did you now? And then they also said they understand people aren't going to do PCC if there isn't like decent reimbursement for it. And I hope they understand that. But anyway, also they had a PowerPoint presentation. I didn't see that till afterwards because that was in the first half that I missed. So the message of that meeting was, don't intend to spend a lot of money, at least not at first. And then also in that PowerPoint was, we need to focus on PCC and marketing. So I decided, all right, I will switch gears. We will switch gears with this budget proposal I have to put together. All my money is going to go towards marketing and PCC, which includes PCC marketing. I'll put $5,000 in training for the Caregiver Academy because I do think it's good, and I will push for it. But every other training I do, free, absolutely zero cost. I can do it. I can definitely do it. It's just gonna be like, the only part that's a little bit like strenuous on me is catering for it, because they expect catering. They just do. And food brings people to these things. So you just have to eat the cost sometime. But if I start maybe to create a culture of where the partners also put in stuff, maybe it'll be okay. Maybe. Like, come on, people, it's time that we all come together and make these events worthwhile, because the state doesn't want to help. They would prefer we didn't. Alright, let me call this person. I just had to make calls. Oh good, here he comes. And now we're gonna go shopping, so. Oh no, we have to go home and get baby. He said we would. So we're gonna do that.